Is the Google Pixel 4 XL a good phone to buy? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my Google Pixel 4 XL review. Now I'd like to start off and mention that this device was sent to me by Google, so this is a gift from Google, and I am part of Team Pixel. And if you want to see the most up-to-date social media content about this device, I definitely recommend going over to Twitter and Instagram and checking out the Team Pixel hashtag. Now all thoughts and opinions in this video are my own, and that's the way that Google wanted me to do it. So don't worry about that. Now the Google Pixel 4 XL is currently being offered for $899. You can buy the regular Pixel 4 for $799. So there's a $100 difference between those two devices. This specific variant of the Pixel 4 XL is actually the 128GB variant, so that's being offered for $999. So if you want to jump from 64 gigs to 128 gigs, you need to pay an extra $100. Now this device is available factory unlocked, and it works with all 4 major US carriers. So whether you use AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, or T-Mobile, you're good to go, and that's definitely something I'm a big fan of. The more carrier compatibility that a device has, the better. And having an unlocked device has a ton of bonuses, as you're able to easily jump from carrier to carrier, and you're not stuck with any particular carrier. Now this is the clearly white version of the device. You can also get it in just black and oh so orange. A lot of people are calling this the Panda Edition Pixel 4, and I can see why based on the way it looks. But I'm definitely a big fan of the color. What's cool is that we do get a black band running around the sides of the phone, and we have a orange button here on the side. So you kind of get a little bit of every color included here, despite this being the clearly white version of the device. Now the Pixel 4 XL features a 6.3-inch display at 1440p. This is a POLED display, so it's very nice looking with excellent colors. It's very clear looking too. It features a PPI of 537 and has a 19:9 aspect ratio. So overall, they nailed it with this display. I'm a big fan of it. And there is no notch, of course, as you can see. There is a decently large size bezel here on the top, but there is no notch. So I know there's a lot of people out there that want a flagship without a notch, and you can get that with the Pixel 4. So this device is a great phone for watching video content, going on social media, and browsing the web. So the design of this device certainly has practicality in mind. Now up top here we have an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, and it's actually a really good front-facing camera, and later on in the video you'll see some photo and video samples from it. Like I mentioned before, you can get this device in a variety of different storage configurations, with 64 gigabytes being the entry-level storage capacity. There is no micro SD card slot though with the device, so you are limited to just the internal storage as far as storing stuff locally. Of course, you can always use cloud storage with this phone, and that's kind of the way things are moving nowadays. But I'm interested to know what you think. Do you think 64 gigabytes is enough? Or do you think it's better to go and spend the extra money and get the 128 gigabyte version of the phone? Really curious to know your thoughts there. Now the Pixel 4 XL features wireless charging, which is great because I use that all the time with all of my various devices that have it. It's certainly not a gimmick. It's really nice and convenient to be able to just set this down on a wireless charger, whether it's one at my desk or one over by my bed, but it really does make it very convenient. There is no fingerprint sensor with the Pixel 4 XL, which some people are a bit surprised about, but we do get very advanced face unlocking technology. So it's very quick, works really well, and it's very comparable to the Face ID tech that's included with the iPhone 11. So you can use this during the daytime or nighttime, it doesn't even matter because of the very advanced sensors up top. And that's one of the reasons why we do have this larger bezel on the top, is because we have the motion sense radar built in, which I'll talk about later in the video. We have the front-facing camera, we have the earpiece, and we have all the other tech for the facial recognition. Now on the backside here, we have a dual camera design with a 12-megapixel main camera and a 16-megapixel telephoto camera. So with the telephoto camera, you are going to be able to zoom in a bit further. It will give you 2x optical zoom. And then the 12 megapixel camera is just kind of a standard camera. It is actually a little bit on the wider side though, but it's not an ultra wide angle camera. But I have noticed though that it is a little bit wider than the typical smartphone camera. You're going to get portrait mode with both the front and rear cameras, so that's definitely a great thing that I use all the time. The device features 6 gigabytes of RAM and has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor, so flagship specifications with this phone. Now I did run an Antutu benchmark test to get an idea of the benchmark scores with it, and I got an overall score of 421, 487, and a CPU score of 135, 173. So what I recommend doing is if you're thinking about upgrading to the Pixel 4 XL and you're not sure how much of a performance boost you're going to be getting, download the Antutu benchmark app on your current device and then compare those scores with the scores here on the Pixel 4 XL. Now video recording with the phone maxes out at 4K at 30 frames per second on the rear camera, and the front-facing camera maxes out at 1080p for video recording. This device features a beefy 3,700 mAh internal battery, so you're going to get very good battery life with it. And the Pixel 4 XL runs Android 10, which is the latest and greatest version of Android. What's especially nice too about this phone, since it is a Pixel device, you are going to be getting software updates for at least several years. And the software is just very well optimized with the hardware here, especially with all the various gestures that come along with Android 10. It's really convenient, and for the first time, I really do feel comfortable using the gesture-based navigation versus using the standard Android navigation buttons. What I mean by that is like, when I've used other Android phones in the past with gestures, it just doesn't work as smoothly, and it just seems like with the Pixel 4 XL, everything is just silky smooth with doing these gestures, and I'm definitely a big fan of it. So we are getting a very good, clear looking display with the phone. It gets decently bright. Maybe not the brightest I've ever gotten with a flagship smartphone, but it still is bright and good looking. On the left side of the phone, we have the slot for the SIM card, and the phone features a metal band running around the sides. I believe it's magnesium. On the right side here, we have the power button and we have the volume button. On the top, we just have the noise canceling microphone. And on the bottom, we have the speaker, microphone, and USB-C port for charging and data transfer. Now this material on the back side of the Pixel 4 XL really is a nice material. It's glass, but it's like a frosted glass. And that's great because this phone does not pick up any fingerprints on the back. Now with other devices that are more reflective on the back, they're always a fingerprint magnet. So it really is refreshing to see with the Pixel 4 XL that it doesn't pick up fingerprints. So great job, Google, with picking that material for the backside of this phone. Now we do get an always-on display with the Pixel 4 XL. You do have to enable that though in the settings. And if you want to learn more about that and other cool tips and tricks with the device, I actually have a dedicated Google Pixel 4 tips and tricks video on the channel. Now, if you're really into Instagram, you're going to be very happy with Instagram on the Google Pixel 4 XL, and that's because it runs very smoothly. You can see how fast it flies through the feed here. And if you want to swipe over and take photos and videos, it works really well. So you're going to get very good video quality and microphone quality with the phone. So you can see that's an example right there of how loud this phone really does get. So great speakers on here too. I'm going to do a YouTube test in a second here to show you exactly how this phone behaves when playing video content. But everything is smooth about using Instagram on the device. You know, going through your stories is nice and quick. Everything is very smooth here, and it's just a great experience. If you're really big into mobile gaming, you're definitely going to like the Google Pixel 4 XL. With the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 as the processor, it's going to fly through pretty much anything you throw at it, whether that's Fortnite or PUBG Mobile, or an older, more simple game like Temple Run. It's going to work regardless. So definitely if you're looking to get a phone that is going to be your gaming powerhouse, then the Pixel 4 XL will be very good for that. And that's another advantage of not having a notch with this phone, is that all of your games will fit perfectly on the display here, and they won't get in the way at all. And you won't have any distractions. So definitely if you get the Pixel 4 XL for gaming, it's going to be a major W. The phone is excellent for browsing the web too, silky smooth web browsing here, and zooming in is very smooth as well. Text is also super clear here too, so everything is very crisp. Now I know that many of you are specifically going to buy the Google Pixel 4 XL because of its photo and video taking abilities. Now Pixel devices have a great reputation for taking some of the best looking photos and videos in the smartphone game, and that reputation really is taken to the next level with the Pixel 4. So you're going to get great colors with this phone. Also, by having that telephoto camera, you're going to be able to zoom in further with more clarity, so you don't have to just depend on a digital zoom. You're also getting very sharp and accurate portrait mode with the phone as well. And the night sight mode is another big feature that really makes the Pixel 4 stand out. You can really light up very lowly lit situations with this device. It's amazing how it pulls light almost out of nowhere. So you're able to get really good clarity even in situations that are lowly lit. So if you want your life to be always lit, go with the Google Pixel 4 XL. It would have been nice though in the default camera app to have an option to manually activate the telephoto camera. Because right now, you just have to pinch and zoom in to access that telephoto camera. But I really wish you had an option on the app, kind of like what you get with iPhones, where you can just tap on a button to just switch right over to the telephoto camera. But I'm really curious to know what you think about the photo quality from the Pixel 4 XL. Let's now check out some video samples from the phone. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video with the Google Pixel 4 XL in 4K. So let me know what you think of the quality. It's about noon right now, so pretty much overhead sunlight, in case that's something that you're wondering. I'm gonna zoom in right now. So this is the 5.9x zoom, so it's mostly a digital zoom. Now I'm at 2x zoom. And then I'm back to normal now. It is kind of windy right now too, so you might hear some wind. Let's try autofocus in video mode, and that's very quick. It's very quick autofocus with this device. So let me know what you think of the quality. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video from the Pixel 4 XL from Google. This video is with the front-facing camera at 1080p. So let me know what you think of the quality. It is kind of bright out today, it's about noon right now. I'm on top of this parking garage. So let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think of the microphone quality too. It is a little bit windy out today, so I wonder if the mic is going to pick that up. What's going on everyone? I'm over here at the cell phone lot at the airport waiting to pick up somebody, but I just wanted to show you the low light performance with the camera on the Google Pixel 4 XL. There's a little glare, you can probably see it in the middle of the frame there, and that's actually from the signboard in the background. So let me try to focus in on that. So yeah, maybe that's a little bit clearer. There we go, now it's brighter. But let me know what you think of the low light quality. So overall, I am very pleased with the camera quality from the Google Pixel 4 XL. I do wish that we did get a ultra wide angle lens though with the device, because that's a feature I really am a big fan of. Hopefully with the Pixel 5, we will finally get that feature. But in the meantime, we're going to have to make the most that we can out of the standard camera and the telephoto lens. Now, thankfully, like I mentioned before, the standard camera is a little bit more on the wider side than your typical smartphone camera, but it's certainly nowhere near an ultra wide angle camera. And it's also not advertised to be one. Another limitation with video recording on this device is that we do not have an option for 4K at 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, 4K video maxes out at 30 frames per second, which is kind of strange because all of the other devices that feature the Snapdragon 855 do offer 60 FPS with 4K video recording. So it must have been something that Google purposely left out because they wanted to just focus on the other functions of the camera instead. Now I do want to show you what comes included in the box. Now since I am part of Team Pixel, I got this special P4 box. The actual retail box looks a little bit different from this, so keep that in mind. But everything that's included inside is the same. So let me show you what you get. So you get some booklets here, so a Pixel user guide. You also get some warranty information, and we get the SIM card removal tool. We get a double-sided USB-C cable for charging and data transfer, and we get a USB-A to USB-C adapter. Now you can use this for a variety of different things. For example, if you want to just plug a thumb drive into your phone, you can use this adapter for that. So it's great that we have this adapter included for free. And then we also get a USB-C wall adapter for charging. Now, if you're like me, you'll probably be using wireless charging for most of your charging with the device, but if you ever do need to plug it into the wall, you do get this. So that's everything in the box. Now, another thing I wanted to show you too is that Google did send me one of their Pixel 4 XL cases. So I will be linking this case in the video description. So it is a very cool looking case. The phone fits in it very snugly and perfectly, and the buttons are really easy to use as well. So it's an excellent case overall. I do like this style here, where it's kind of a cloth style. You also get the oh so orange accents on the button here and on the G logo. And you get easy access to the USB-C port on the bottom, and it does not cover the speakers at all. There is a bit of a lip here too, so that if you decide to lay your phone face flat on the ground, it won't be directly touching the surface. Price range. The actual size of it is a great bonus as well because it's larger than what you get. So the speakers on here get very loud, which makes the device great for watching YouTube videos. So if you just want to lay in bed and watch videos, then this is a great phone for that. Video content looks nice and clear on here, and you can pinch in to make it full screen. So this is a very immersive viewing experience. Now with that motion sense feature, you can do a variety of things such as shutting off your alarm or switching to a different song. You can actually use the motion sense feature to switch from YouTube video to YouTube video. So let me show you right now. So I'm going to wave my hand over and it switched to a different video. I'm going to wave my hand back now and it took me back to my video. So that's a nice feature that works really well. So I'm definitely a big fan of the Google Pixel 4 XL. So everything that this phone can do, it does well. It is of course missing a few things like an ultra wide angle camera, fingerprint sensor, there's no SD card slot, the bezel is kind of large on the top, there's no dedicated telephoto button in the camera app, and another surprising thing too is that this phone does feature the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 instead of the newer Snapdragon 855 Plus. So those are really the main downsides with this device. But if none of those things are important to you, and the things that this does have are important to you, then I certainly think you'll be very happy with the Pixel 4 XL. But I'm really interested to know your thoughts about this device, and I'd like to thank Google for being kind enough to send it out to me. I really do enjoy being part of Team Pixel. It's a great community of enthusiasts and smartphone users. So again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I definitely recommend that you go on Twitter and Instagram and look up #TeamPixel. But let me know what you think of this device and the video, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you are interested in buying this phone, check out the link in the video description. But this is Kevin here. This is the Google Pixel 4 XL, and I will see you in the next video. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Follow me on Instagram at Kevin Breeze TV.